The Supreme Court just delivered a major blow to Donald Trump in a crucial campaign finance case, and one justice, in a rare moment of honesty, made it crystal clear just how fed up she is with the whole system. Buckle up, folks. This one is wild. Now, before we go any further, I owe you an apology, because this headline forces us to talk about someone who might make your skin crawl a little, Elon Musk. And honestly, if you feel a sudden itch, don't panic. That just means your immune system is doing its job. As you probably remember, even if you've spent months trying to erase it, Elon Musk became the single biggest donor to Donald Trump's presidential campaign last year. We're talking somewhere between $300 million and $500 million to help re-elect a man who's literally a convicted felon. In return, Musk became one of Trump's inner circle advisors, taking charge of the slow-motion disaster known as Doge. We've got whole videos breaking down that circus. For what it's worth, Doge is basically on life support now, with 1 year left on its charter and a price tag that ended up costing Americans more than it saved. And maybe, just maybe, that catastrophe had something to do with why Musk and Trump finally went their separate ways over the summer. Here's a quick refresher on how that all went down.
This is blistering criticism now from Elon Musk on social media, just responding to the president's event in the Oval Office a short time ago. Elon Musk posting on X, his social media platform, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." He goes on to post 2 words, "such ingratitude." Now that follows on President Trump appearing in the Oval Office alongside the Chancellor of Germany. The president saying that he would have won Pennsylvania without Elon Musk. He was doing just fine. And the president, by his own terms, very measured in his criticism of Elon Musk. But he did say that Musk was for his big spending bill until he came out against it after leaving government, and that Musk had been totally briefed on that spending bill before he left government. Musk taking to social media during that press availability to say that was false. He had not seen the bill until after the fact, and it was done in the dark of night. So an erupting political controversy and sort of political fisticuffs, I guess is the way to describe this.
Oh, Christ. If the whole Musk-Trump partnership already makes you want to chew a handful of broken glass, trust me, you're in good company. That disgust is spreading fast, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. Stick with me for a second. Musk's enormous influence over both the government and Trump's campaign would have been unthinkable if the Supreme Court hadn't blown the doors wide open back in 2010 with the Citizens United decision. That ruling basically said, sure, go ahead. Let private donors and giant corporations spend unlimited money in politics. And just like that, the scales of American democracy tipped hard toward the richest people in the room. And if you're sitting there wondering, wait, aren't there protections to stop billionaires or big corporations from just buying politicians with shady, wink-wink donations? Congratulations, your brain still functions. Because no, there aren't. Not a single meaningful one. And now, one Supreme Court justice has finally said the quiet part out loud. Right now, the National Republican Senatorial Committee is suing the Federal Election Commission, arguing that the FEC's long-standing rules against coordinated spending, rules specifically designed to stop corruption, somehow violate the First Amendment. During the arguments, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, the wise Latina conservatives love to pretend they're not threatened by, absolutely unloaded on them. She called out the NRSC, she called out Trump, she called out Musk, the whole rotten setup. And yes, the clip is a bit long, but trust me, you're going to want to hear every second of it.
That every time we interfere with the congressional design, we make matters worse. You're telling us that Citizens United and McCutcheon ended up, yes, in amplifying the voice of corporations, but diminishing another voice, that of the party. Now you want to now tinker some more and try to raise the voice of one party. Our tinkering causes more harm than it does good.
Your Honor, I personally never think free speech makes things worse. I think it virtually always makes it better.
So you think it's okay from McCutcheon that in the 2016 election, Hillary Clinton set up a joint victory fund with the DNC and 32 state parties, which allowed a single donor to give up to $356,000. That's quite a difference from the individual limit. In 2024, Donald Trump's campaign launched a joint fundraising operation with his own leadership PAC, the RNC, and 40 state Republican Party committees That's donations up to $814,600. And because of the disclosures, he knows exactly who gave all that money. I'm not picking on Donald Trump. Joe Biden's Victory Fund, together with the DNC and the party committees of all 50 states, raised up to $1.3 billion. And now you want to say we want to take, because once we take off this coordinated expenditure limits, then what's left? What's left is nothing, no control whatsoever.
So, with all respect, Your Honor, I don't have a problem with the various statistics you just cited in the absence of any evidence or any suggestion it was ever tied to quid pro quo corruption. And that is the teaching of this case: is more speech is always better than
to suggest that the fact that one major donor to the current president, the most major donor to the current president, got a very lucrative job immediately upon election from the new administration, does not give the appearance of quid pro quo.
Your Honor, I'm not 100% sure about the example that you're looking at, but if I am familiar, if I think I know what you're talking about, I have a hard time thinking that his salary that he drew from the federal government was an effective quid pro quo bribery, which may be why nobody has even remotely suggested that.
Maybe not the salary, but certainly the lucrative government contracts might be.
Well, there it is. And honestly, credit where it's due. Justice Sonia Sotomayor didn't mince words. She called out what everyone with functioning eyesight can see. This is a blatant quid pro quo. The real question now is how anyone can look at Trump's relationships with Musk, with the Ellisons, and let's be honest, with the Saudis funneling dark money through things like Trump coin, and not see the obvious. The pattern is right there. Just look at Trump's behavior whenever someone waves a shiny object in front of him. Remember when Qatar offered him a jet? Or when FIFA whipped up that bizarre made-up peace prize just to stroke his ego? The man melts faster than ice cream in July if it means someone is catering to him. And no matter what the Supreme Court decides, the bigger truth remains. Trump has turned the presidency into a full-on grift. And he's been able to do it largely because our campaign finance laws are a joke, the same broken system that helped shove him back toward the Oval Office. But there are other ways to put real checks on presidential power and shut down these shady quid pro quo pipelines. One of the biggest, expanding Congress. Now. That's all for now. Stay informed, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next update.